A national safe storage bill has been resubmitted in both chambers, and there are currently 186 members of Congress that support it right out of the gate. That's a lot of people. I want to tell you all about Ethan's Law, which would have the government tell you how to keep your lawfully owned items in your house, how you have to secure them based off of what kind of scenario your home is in. Before I jump into that, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that's Lear Capital. Last year was a terrible year for investors, and predictions are that 2023 will be even worse with the upcoming recession. But what did have a really impressive year this past year was gold investments. And 2023 is looking even better, as some experts predict gold will be up 100% to $4,000 an ounce. If you're interested in investing in gold, I suggest you call my friends at Lear Capital. The team at Lear will provide helpful information about purchasing gold or converting part of your IRA or your 401k into a gold IRA. Not only are they the best around with over 25 years in business and thousands of 5-star reviews, but they also have a 24-hour risk-free guarantee where you can review your investment for 24 hours before committing to it. You can learn more at leargg.com or call 1-800-260-5075. So check them out again, leargg.com, 1-800-260-5075. Thanks to Lear Capital for sponsoring this video. Hey guys, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets. My name is Jared. This is where you'll get Second Amendment news every day, multiple times a day. So check the channel back often. For those who have been members of the channel, have been subscribed for a long time, recheck your subscriptions because YouTube is playing that funky game. Got a lot of DMs over the last week or so. So double check your subscriptions. If you're new here and you like the Second Amendment, love the Second Amendment, love our individual freedoms, subscribe to the channel so you can stay in the know. All right, let's talk about Ethan's Law, resubmitted in both chambers, in the House and in the Senate. In the Senate, it was submitted by the typical duo, Chris Murphy and Richard Blumenthal, both from Connecticut. And in the House, it was submitted by Rosa DeLauro, again, a clown from Connecticut. Look at her hair. And this bill, all right, time out. Let's start with, is doing the right thing, if you have a firearm and you have children in the home, is doing the right thing copacetic? Absolutely. It should be on the individual gun owner to do what's right and keep their children safe, right? It's not on the government to tell that person how he needs to do it. Government needs to butt the frick out of our lives, but this bill is looking to do just that, to take over how you do things in your home, your private residence, your privately owned items, your family. They want to butt in. And what makes it even worse and more palatable is that they say this: even the firearms industry, including the National Rifle Association and the National Shooting Sports Foundation, agrees that safe storage is a critical part of responsible gun ownership. The NRA recommends to gun owners that strong boxes and security cases are inexpensive and give quick access to firearms in a defensive situation. That's not necessarily true, because if you haven't tried to time yourself, waking up in the middle of the night, set an alarm to go off and try to obtain your items to defend yourself, that's a lie. The NSSF tells gun owners to always make absolutely sure that firearms in your home are securely stored out of the reach of children and other unauthorized persons. In fact, 66% of gun owners favor safe storage themselves. Now, I'm going to show you the bill here in a second, but this is another thing that they are pitching that are going to make more people open to supporting this bill. Currently, there are 24 states that have child access prevention or safe storage laws, and they're here on the screen. So if you're living in one of those states and you didn't even know you had restrictions, you do. Here's page 1 of last year's version of Ethan's Law that's submitted in the Senate. It's the same. It's just been resubmitted. Doesn't have a number yet, but it's the same thing. And I'm going to jump into section 3, secure gun storage or safety device. This is where they're telling you what you need to do. Secure gun storage by owners. The offense. In general, except as provided in Clause 2, it shall be unlawful for a person to store or keep any firearm that has moved in or that has otherwise affected interstate or foreign commerce on the premises of a residence under the control of the person if the person knows or reasonably should know that 1. A minor is likely to gain access to the firearm without the permission of the parent or guardian of the minor, or 2. A resident of the residence is ineligible to possess a firearm under federal, state, or local law. The exception is Clause 1 shall not apply to a person if the person, 1, keeps the firearm secure using a secure gun storage or safety device, or B, in a location that the reasonable person would believe to be secure, or 2, carries the firearm on his person or within such close proximity thereto that the person can readily retrieve and use the firearm as if the person carried the firearm on his or her person. Now the penalties. This is what big government wants to do to you if you're a gun owner and you don't listen to them. You shall be fined $500 per violation. The enhanced penalty, if a person violates subparagraph A and a minor or resident who is ineligible to possess a firearm under federal, state, or local law obtains the firearm and causes injury or death to such minor or resident or to any other individual, the person shall be fined under this title and imprisoned for not more than 5 years or both. Then there's the forfeiture. Any firearm stored in violation of subparagraph A shall be subject to seizure and forfeiture in accordance with the procedures described in section 924 Delta. And if you need to know what a minor is for this law, it's anyone less than 18 years of age. So big government says if you don't store it the way we tell you to, and somebody under 18 or a federally, state, or local prohibited person is in your residence, lives there, or is coming to your residence, or may come to your residence, and you're not carrying it on your person or relatively close where you can access it immediately, if you don't store it like the way we're telling you, we're going to put you in prison and you're going to forfeit those firearms. Now, would John Adams go for that? Would Thomas Jefferson go for that? Would any of the people who had anything to do with the founding of this country go for that? Nope. And like I said, on the open, this is a touchy spot because as a parent, I do what is necessary in my home to make sure my kids don't have access to certain items, not just firearms. There's a lot of things that kids shouldn't access, and that's called being a good parent. I don't need the government to tell me where I need to store knives, kitchen knives, anything. I don't need the government to tell me that. As a sound person, a sound mind, I can figure that out on my own. And I don't need Washington, D.C. to give me direction. But this is a touchy subject. How do you feel down below? I understand if you're in favor of safe storage, but do you think the government should be the one dictating it? Let me know down below. I am really interested in to see how the 600,000 of you think on this one. Thank you all for supporting this channel, man. It's so humbling, and I can't wait to see what the next milestone is. Hopefully it's that million. We'll see. Guys and gals, until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe. I will keep you up to date with how this bill goes and the other ones that are scheduled to be dropping in the next couple days on the gun control side, unfortunately. And if you want to stay in the know, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.